Hi guys, this is Al Murray. Talking a little bit about the International Space Station and how it is we can see it. And I had a couple of questions people have asked me. Some of the questions are, how can we see it at all? Are there lights on it? How come we can only see it at nighttime? And why sometimes does it just fade out and disappear? Well, there are no lights on it. Basically all it is a shiny reflective surface. Here's my handy dandy mirror, and you can see light reflecting on you. That's it. So here's our model for the space station right here. It's just a mirror. Now, how can we see it at nighttime? Well, it's bright, but the sky and the sun are even brighter. So what we have to do is we have to be in the shadow and it is in the sunlight. And we'll show that in just a minute with my Earth behind me. And we'll also show how sometimes it disappears over the horizon and sometimes it just disappears. And we'll show that right now. So here we go. Make it a little more dark. Now, just for those of you, I live up here in New England, and we've sort of set this up so that it's winter time. Notice that the South Pole is in the sunlight, and the Arctic Circle is pretty much in the dark the whole time. So here we are in New England, coming up sunrise, noontime. And as we get over here to the terminator line, which you can sort of see very well here, now we're in darkness. Okay, so we're in the darkness. We've met one category. Now what we have to have is our satellite. So here comes our satellite, orbiting overhead, comes up over our horizon, and we can see it because it's shining a light on us. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. And as it goes by, it's still shining a light, until it goes, still in the light, past our horizon, past our ability to see it. Alright? So that's a typical orbit where we see it rise and then set. Sometimes the orbits are not inclined along the terminator, but are inclined at an orbit angle to it. You can see my fingers are in the light, and then they go into the shadow, even though we're still mostly right overhead. See if we can show this with our mirror here. So here's our mirror up. And we see our satellite high in the northwestern sky, and then we start to see it disappearing into the Earth's shadow up in the northeast, even though it's still visible to us. Now the mirror is kind of bright. Let's try it with something a little bit smaller. I have a marble here. I don't know if this is going to be reflective enough, but here we go. So here's our satellite coming down overhead, high over Canada, over the Great Lakes, coming down over New York, straight overhead, disappearing down over Chesapeake Bay, and by the time it's over South America, it's gone from our view and we can't see it, but it's still shining in the light. Here's another orbit, possible orbit coming over, heading up over Canada, heading northeasterly, and still over view. It's over, say, Newfoundland, over Greenland, and it disappears into the Earth's shadow. That very, very simply is how the ISS works, how we can see it, how we can see it sometimes all the way around the horizon, sometimes disappearing. Hope this helps you. Remember, go outside, look up.